Is it a good idea to do that?
Yes, it would be a good idea to do that. Yeah, lucky Gara doesn't need a former. Some Warframes need formers to build.
War modes?
Yeah, they're the same things that I'm lacking in order to build the dojo.
Okay. I accept. Let's see. Do, do, do. Echoes of Saruman. I'll be on until about 8 today.
Alright. Busy tomorrow?
Well, we get the. I'm playing Warhammer tomorrow.
Okay.
I might be getting lunch with some family friends because they're in town for a Kenny Chesney concert. And then we're supposed to be recording with Josh.
Oh yeah, that's right. Tomorrow's is Josh's recording.
Then I might be going to play baseball. I don't know. After that, I don't know. I'm pretty free after that. We'll see. Sunday is definitely a no for me. Yeah.
You okay there, bud?
No. In fact, I'm definitely not okay. $15 minutes. $15 minutes and then stealth is optional.
Believe me, stealth is not really a primary directive for a majority of the Daimos quest. Are you excited to meet your first Orokin?
So chick or dude?
I mean, they have chicks, yeah.
So it's a dude I'm meeting.
There's 4 of them. 2 female, 2 male.
Yeah, I'm excited for those ones. No.
Wow. It's a
Yeah,
solo
I set my
quest.
priorities straight, you know? That's a self quest.
Yes.
Disgusting, is it not, Operator? Otis would enjoy
Purging this.
cleaning this room, but sadly this vile mass serves you and your warframes. A necessary evil. Operator, no! Have you lost your mind?
Hey. I can't believe you were letting those tentacles do that to you. How could you do such a thing?
Simple, I don't want a nasty blob on my neck.
How dare you? Infestation.
Mm.
Operator? Ordis wonders, what are you thinking about?
Are you okay? You're yawning a lot.
Yeah. I bet.
Do you need coffee?
No. This thing seems rather happy to see me. I don't know if I guessed that.
Met
It now
Lloyd.
seems very sad to see me. I'm not very happy again. It's very maniacal. I need a very important answer. I know you don't care about either of these, but Mets or Yankees?
Yankee, because Yankee is fun to say.
All right, hell yeah. Okay.
I don't know.
It's a rivalry between me and my roommates.
I don't know either of them, so
Yeah, that's fine.
I don't
Just
do
know
sports.
it's a rivalry between me and my roommates, and none of us
So
pretty
you
much
dragged
watch
me
that.
into a war.
No. It will be a anonymous vote. What am I supposed to be doing?
Except it is clearly out there for the world to hear since we are live.
I highly doubt that my roommates are gonna find that clip. In fact, I'd be rather impressed. I can earn my vent kid standing while I'm here.
Yeah, you can, K-Drive Island Dymos.
This reminds me of the flood.
I told you that infested is basically the flood.
I know. Hives destroy. Get a health. I need your circuits. Look at my dog being such a good boy. Yeah. Privilege for days. Oh, what is this thing?
Oh, did you meet the worms?
Looks like a goddamn crystal from XCOM. Oh, I gotta do that. Good job. Big. Something tells me that we are live.
I wonder what gives you that idea.
Discord. Hello, I'd like to destroy your... Yeah. I'd like to destroy your hive. Por favor.
Wish they had a Uranus one.
Some more circuits. No, excuse me.
You are not excused, you bitch.
How dare you? That did was burp. I didn't know that was forbidden around these parts.
Kid.
You didn't hear that one.
No, I didn't.
It wasn't loud. It was loud. It was not loud. I remember my counselor was like, "What are you just doing some Tony Hawk Pro Skater things or?" And I was grinding before you got on. What was that? Echolisk. What was the thing that skated best? Oh, okay. Talk to mother.
Talk to Mother Kevin.
Mommy. That joke.
Mother, grab my celebratory diaper.
Hold up. I ain't sweeping that low. Hi, mommy.
That down to 5. What?
Just gonna wah. No,
Oil?
no, it's wah. source.
Ah, that wah. Okay, keep it in your pants.
It's too much wah for me to. Going down. Do, 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 do. Sounds like a Ben has arrived. Are you infested? You know, it seems like these infested are a real problem.
Weirdly, there's
think
not
some-
enough space. Huh. Sorry, what?
I think these infested are a real problem. Somebody ought to do something about them.
Well, looks like we have the right man for the job, Kevin.
You're right, Mr. Fluffles. You got this.
Oh my god.
Enter the Cambion Drift. Bye, Moby. Yeah. Yaps.
Energy for this one.
Is the entirety of Heart of Deimos a single quest?
I believe so.
You might be there for a while.
As it is your first introduction to a necromech. One of my favorite things in the game, because they're so much fun to use.
Locate father. I don't want to talk to dad. I have daddy issues. What the hell? Alright, which one of these is father? Oh, never mind. Figured it out.
Yeah, it takes 5, I only have 4, okay.
It's,
This account has the resources to build another reactor, so... we're gonna have to wait on that.
oh wow, that's a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage. Well, those things hurt. They can curve those? What the hell? Aw, they killed Cerberus. Oh, that hurts. Hmm. Hit and run, hit and run. This didn't go as planned.
Didn't go as planned. What didn't go as planned?
These centipede bastards. Of course, I wasn't really planning on them being there in the first place. I mean,
You're gonna have fun. I died like 5 times.
like, failed the mission 5 times?
Yeah.
Oh.
But then again,
Run away!
I'm not as tanky as you are. Don't know how you got so tanky.
You have more health.
This was before I had Lavos. I was using Volt.
Oh.
I think Volt only has, 300 shield and like 800 HP? Something like that? And the poison goes through shield, so...
They regen?
The worms? No,
Yeah.
they just move.
How come every time they reappear, they have full health?
Probably because there's 4 of them. And I was just hitting them from a distance.
Wow, some kind of wimp?
No, because if you hit them from a distance, they are less likely to go underground.
They also seem to regenerate.
I don't think they regenerate. I can look
Well,
it up if you want.
every time they burrowed and then came back, they were at full HP.
Do you remember the old war, operator? Ordis seems to have misplaced those memories.
Worms. What are they called? No, not Foss and Vome.
I have developed a new strategy. This is not really going to help me much. Because my kunais don't really do anything.
Yeah, luckily for me, I had a shield that blocks their projectiles and increases my damage.
Well, lucky for me, I have a hammer who doesn't give a crap.
Jugulus Max. Jugulus. Jugulus Rex. Let's see. As a towering stationary infested enemy that pops out of the ground. Hides underground until a player is nearby. When the upper body emerges, they attack by spitting explosive glob of mass. After not taking damage for 10 seconds, the Jugulus will start to regenerate 2% of its health per second. So you have to continue hitting it and not stop for 10 seconds.
What's on your mind,
Come on.
dreamers?
Come on.
Let's listen to the radio. Feel loud.
Heard of those cubes?
There's one down and we took half my ammo.
Sounds right. Probably got one a bit cracked, kissing up to you all the time. See, in the old days, crime and punishment was all in the hands of those Orican judges, the Seven. Mercy was the quick flash of the jade light. But if they wanted to make an example, they'd suck up your soul and make you a prisoner of the glass forever. Seems like magic to us nowadays, but dreamers, someone's got it puzzled out again. Waves are buzzing, new glass is showing up. Souls getting snapped up and trapped up. All we've got to go on is this crime simula I pulled from the weave. No sign of our killer, and not a soul to tell us where they went. Glass is still turning up, dreamer. But you already knew that, didn't you? Probably ran into a few cephalites yourself. Partial glass, like a cephalon interrupted. Well, it seems they're on the move.
There's two dead.
Changing course. Why?
When it comes to problem, if I have enough ammo to kill the other two.
A new crime scene I managed to grab before the taxman moved in. Solo gig on a Corpus A train. You know what to do. Work the evidence. Piece it together. See how it connects. It's the only way back to that twisted weave. It's the only way to find out who's behind this and put a stop to it. Nihil. Worse than an executioner. Worse even than an excruciator. When my tired old grandma didn't have time for my nonsense, Nihil was the boogeyman she said was gonna come put naughty Nora in a bottle. But Nihil was real. He's still here, somehow. After all this time,
Slime him,
and
bastard.
still passing
Ow.
judgment. We've got another victim, crystallized in exile. This one feels different. Can't put my finger on why. Get on up now. Determine his pattern. Gather the clues and get back into Nihil's weave. We can't find him, and there ain't no locking him back in whatever bottle he came from.
Alright, cool. Did it.
Dreamer, meet Cutter. This is the guy our Grenier victim was trying to contact. If Grawl was part of a Solaris United Whisper network, then Cutter must have been his handler. So this was his bolt hole.
I'm so cool.
Look around. Let's see what we can learn. Nihil's hit his endgame. Dozens are getting glassed now. System-wide. And he's just warming up. Easy to trace a signal that strong. This is where Nihil glassed thousands, maybe millions. Back in the day, this place would have been stacked with pretty glass bottles. Cephalon oubliettes. Tiny little hells.
You just told me a run frame.
Built for one. He's
Go do
hiding out.
what?
We gotta find out.
A
where.
run frame. How dare me.
Oh. Well, that's actually interesting. I just discovered something.
What did you discover?
Nightwave has a story to it as well. Like, it's not just the battle pass, it actually has a story.
Oh.
I mean, the story isn't currently active, it's currently in like a intermission type thing.
We'll stop intervening.
Coming up next.
Well, that is cool.
You do? Oh, this is cool.
Your mom.
My mom.
What the fuck?
Okay, Father, then...
What the fuck was that voice, Kevin?
I'm getting shot at. Let's go ahead and stop that. Yeah. The good news is that my pistol is going to be done when I get out of here. I've come to talk to Mommy. Oh, that's some lag.
Yeah, I'm not surprised you're lagging on Deimos. Deimos is probably one of the most laggy scenes, solely because of the infested.
No, it was solely because I was loading in all the players.
We went back to Necrolis.
Yeah, I talked to Mommy.
Other than that way, I guess we're gonna go to the.
Oh, I guess I'm not talking to Mommy. I'm talking to daughter.
Have fun with her. Ivara. Let's learn about Ivara.
Hello again. Ivara, the Huntress. This tale comes to us from the secret history of the Orokin court by the historian Porvis. Have you perhaps heard tell of the Myrmidon? No matter. A preternatural beast figure straight out of myth he was. One whose prey had no equal. Warframes were what this villain hunted. It is said a number of frames had been erased from history by this monster. Models who no longer exist on any record. Those who are not remembered. It hardly seemed possible that a single person could stand against a Warframe, let alone destroy it, let alone several. Perhaps Porvis enjoyed the telling a little too much, or perhaps there is something to it. Ivara encountered the Myrmidon quite early in her history. Quite early indeed. A Dax emergency call, so Porvis writes, led Ivara and 2 unknown Warframes to a convoluted cave system. They found it littered with the bodies of murdered Dax and resplendent with bioluminescent fungi. I imagine the chitinous folds of her Salic Cyandana would have made for excellent camouflage within that malevolent, supernal glow. The secret history tells us that the Myrmidon appeared boldly before the 3 in a wide chamber connected by many tunnels. Clad in red and gold armor, it gestured to the first Warframe with what Porvis describes as a strange, clutching motion, as if seizing a falling apple. But it was no greeting, as we shall see. The powers of that first Warframe, the recipient of that gesture, promptly failed. The Myrmidon took advantage of the confusion to leap upon the hapless frame and press a palm to the warrior's head. In lurid detail, Porvis describes a flash of the most scintillating emerald light, and Ivara's battle sibling collapsed to hot dust.
I don't know about you, but this doesn't seem like it would provide much camouflage.
That cloak?
Yeah.
It looks cool, though.
Yeah, it looks cool. But actual camouflage, I don't think it provides much.
What the hell am I supposed to be doing?
Where are you at?
I'm rebuilding sample collection. Oh, there we go. I was just stuck in animation.
Porvis tells us he compiled much of this tale from overheard exchanges between members of the Seven and details that remain consistent in courtly whispers. He tells us the second frame suffered the same fate as the first. Reacting, Ivara whirled and promptly vanished. But one clutching gesture in her direction and Ivara's powers fled, her cloaking field nullified. Visible, vulnerable, she loosed a dash wire arrow to a high alcove, but it never came. No escape. The Myrmidon was upon her. The Huntress spun, opening fire with Axamati pistols to send that devil scrambling for cover, arm thrown protectively across that twisted, armored head. That clutching gesture was the key. Ivara needed a plan, and she needed it fast.
I want to kill these.
Oh shit, these are Ivara's? I had no idea this armor was Ivara's.
Ivara
How'd they get
ran
that?
at a wall and up it, hanging there, waiting, as the Myrmidon flipped into the room, blasting the spot where he'd expected her to be. Frustrated, he again made that same elaborate gesture, trying his luck, and she saw it. That bracelet upon the wrist that glowed softly with the movement of that clutching gesture. Ivara flipped from her perch, shouldering her exquisitely crafted ruby core as she did so, and sighted the enemy.
No, I'm not very good about
Through
this
the
in real
Orican
life.
sculpted scope, Hunter and Huntress met eye to eye, each loosing a desperate blast. A bullet from Ivara, a killing light from the Myrmidon. The green light lashed, touching a shoulder plate of Ivara's Avia armor, reducing it to dust. It saved her. Huntress won out, her shot claiming the Myrmidon's device in a shower of sparks. But the Myrmidon's weapon remained lethal, and with it, he lashed out at Ivara in an emerald fury.
Hold up, that fish isn't in the water.
Yeah, they don't go into the water.
15.9 kilograms. Now it's invisible because I'm invisible.
Ivara hit the ground and sprang into a surrounding tunnel. The Myrmidon shot, lancing a gouge in the porous chamber wall. Ivara pressed her back to a shadow
2 kilograms.
tunnel's end,
I'm sorry,
while
not
the
kilo.
Myrmidon's weapon
0.2
blazed
kilograms.
and cut and chewed through her only cover. As good a time as any to discuss the weapon before you.
0.3. Okay, the first
The
one was
Artemis
obviously the
bow.
best one.
The Huntress's signature weapon, and the tool with which she has wrought so much good. Said by some to be spirit bonded to her. Others say the product of forgotten Orokin technology. What Porvis tells us next displays to good effect what warrior and weapon were capable of. Pinned behind eroding cover, seconds from death, Ivara summoned her Artemis bow, and it came
Of course
to
I
her.
have to clear the area
She
of
and
infested,
weapon
because why
as
wouldn't I?
one. Without rising, she pulled back, aimed high, she and arrow as one, and loosed. Under Ivara's guidance, the arrow turned its path and shot down the corridor toward the Myrmidon, and lengthwise through his weapon. Around Ivara, the walls flashed green for a microsecond as the Myrmidon's weapon erupted. And then, silence.
I'll take them here. My video game. You do not want those dang things, dang old man.
What is a bow without arrows? And these arrows? The origin system has never seen their like, able to change their very nature at the whim of Ivara. Sleep, cloaking, rapid fire, they are the embodiment of her legendary versatility. Ivara drew
Which was an
her bow
excellent
again,
steal.
this time for her fallen
Because why
comrades.
wouldn't it be? Why
With
wouldn't there
human
be 2 of
speed,
them?
Shot after shot snapped and plucked each segment of carapace from the Myrmidon's lean frame. Straps severing, clips popping. He was undressed with swift efficiency by the preternatural accuracy of her aim and rapidity. Even before her final arrow belted the visored helmet from his head, she had the killing shot knocked and ready. There he stood, the Myrmidon, slayer of Warframes. Naked, beauty, symmetry, even the capacity for language, sacrificed for raw power. But his face was a mockery of an Orokin face. Those she was sworn to never kill. The smirk on his pallid, angular visage told her he knew it as well. The grand doors of the Chamber of the Seven flew open. Across that reverberating expanse of polished darkness strode Ivara, dragging her prize. Before the assembled council, she dropped him, and with it, the Myrmidon's battered helmet. Here he would meet justice at the hands of his own people. Here, her fallen friends would be avenged. She beheld the Seven, awaiting their judgment. The Myrmidon got to his feet, cleaning dust from one shoulder with a contemptuous flick. One of the Seven leaned forward, removing a curious thing from their slender head, a lattice of delicate silver, placing it on the elevated, chest-high curve of obsidian that separated her from them.
Somehow it's laggier here
Instantly,
than it is
the
outside in the
Myrmidon
open world.
collapsed, lifeless, to the floor. Ivara did not understand. Why? Why?
They're gonna be a son
A
too.
stately voice intoned her name.
Yes.
There stood
God
Executor
dang it.
Ballas. He told her, "You have been battle and loyalty tested. Your companions, they were found wanting. They failed to adapt, failed to overcome, and so they are no more. But you, Ivara, you shall live. You shall be remembered." Her battle comrades, as we know, were not.
Gauss.
Welcome. Try not to touch anything.
Touch everything? You got it. Warframe number 41. Gauss.
Hey, you
Ah,
suck.
Gauss. Ooh, where to begin? Where to begin? Well, the series excavation, of course. The site of the ancient Tower of Ultra. Blastcrete emplacements, air sentries. Its fields saturated with tremor mines. A great fortress for the great lords of Ceres. Until they were pitched from the roof. Immortal bodies erupting on the dread mines below. An insurgency from within. The Dax, sent to reclaim Ultra, fared no better. Those that ran the gauntlet of bore guns were soon cindered in the field beyond. And that's when they called in our fleet-footed friend here. Dual sidearms pulled from Ultra's outer ring of Blastcrete bunkers. Something crashed through those bunkers at great speed. The impact scattering stone and flesh all the same. An unearthly kinetic shockwave. Those insurgents with the misfortune of surviving the initial blast must have seen the Icarius for themselves.
I have been impaled.
You've been impaled. Now this is what I want.
The Axeltra, a rapid-fire micro-missile launcher. The smooth polycarbonate barrels
Micro missile launcher?
carry a vague stench of ozone. Some think Gauss was a blunt instrument, all speed, with as much versatility as a cannonball. But the Axeltra implies more. It implies surging in, inviting the enemy to consider the blade, then rebounding to let missiles answer their confusion.
This. Oh, hello there. Why don't you guys take a trip down here?
Not the standard dress helm. This one has specialized control surfaces, angled plating, supreme streamlining. It catches the light in a curious way, doesn't it? When it shines just so, I see myself atop Ultra, a hostage perhaps, peering out across the desolate field, and then I'd see it, a pale glint of light. Dax of the day had a saying, that which cannot be hit cannot be killed.
Ah, here's the sun.
I can only imagine what they thought when they saw
I want to talk
Gauss
to this
that
guy.
day. A gleaming bullet.
He looks like a
This
douche.
Cyandana, pinned rigid, like a flag in a maelstrom, streaking toward Ultra. A stripped-out Gauss airfoil system. These fanciful contrivances contribute the Kubradon's share of this Warframe's acceleration. Strength, mass, density, all held in a delicate balance.
This one is surprisingly short.
Defeat infested.
Gauss. Front edge. Smooth. Heat-resistant composites.
Infested.
Killing
Meet my
edges,
hammer.
streamlined,
Hammer.
foiled.
Meat infested.
This particular one vaguely warped by extreme heat stress. The Saint of Ultra. If the mind wanders, what do you see? I see a vivid, lord-like festival. The tremor mines bursting in a blinding wave, rising toward Ultra. And
Oops.
Gauss, a smear of light, just ahead of the thermal avalanche, fast as fire. No, faster.
Those was really, really bad.
It really wants me to reread that comic. No.
You think you don't want to read Ureli's comic?
I'm not saying I don't want to, it's I've already read it on stream.
I think stream needs to
Any friend
understand
of
how
history is a
pretty
friend
hot
of
shit.
the Leverian.
Oh, ooh, shakalaka.
Nova, mercurial, unpredictable,
Oh,
and a
you do look
miraculous
important.
example of harnessed antimatter. It would be a bold fool indeed who tried to tame lightning. One such individual was
I'm
Holson
tired of you
Yer,
shooting at me.
a freelance problem solver who commanded high fees for his low morals. A deficiency that netted him great success in endeavors where a conscience would
dare
hold
you.
others back. He is the only figure known to have secured a back-channel charter permitting him to selectively raid certain rails
They killed
so long
Cerberus.
as Orokin ships were
Others.
avoided. The story of Nova
Very fond of that
Yer
dog.
survives via the captain and security logs of the Orokin vessel Mascus Theodolite. It survives because it was deemed to be of historical importance. Orokin investigators scrutinized every frame of security footage, each line of the captain's log, for assurance that the outcome of this encounter was indeed true. The passenger vessel Mascus Theodolite reported critical problems with her engines. Nova, mistress of antimatter, was deployed to relight the Theodolite's antimatter reactor before the vessel was drawn into the gravity well of a nearby planetoid. 10,800 passengers were at risk. Clipping this Hyandana to herself, she exited her lander. The interior of the ship was deathly quiet.
10,800
But then,
passengers.
chaos. Behind her, the section of the ship securing her lander was detonated and blown free, stranding her for the time being. From deeper inside the ship, cries for help. Nova sped toward the shouts of trapped crewmen. 8 were locked in flow control behind a hardened glass wall. Opening a wormhole between herself and
Everybody's putting together
them,
his
she
bed.
phased the crewmen to safety as their compartment flooded with lethal gas,
Seems like a process.
booming from speakers in every hallway. Holson Yer declared himself. Holson Yer, the man who at one time had run the Pluto Resistance, who spent 3 years
Was
terrorizing
Chrysolite?
the rails between Jupiter and Venus.
I just picked up
to
items
code.
and they popped up and
Who
bombed
took
up
that
my screen.
notoriety and
Which was
translated
different.
it into a career. Security, political assassination, courier runs, torture, graft, blackmail, and in one case, so it was said, genocide. There were graves already dug for him by the many who wanted him dead. Word was, Wholesome already had a tomb prepared for himself on some distant moon, with a table piled high with riches and a chair just waiting for him to be sat in for eternity. A man capable of anything, and a man who would rather die than lose. A man easily recognized by the signature item before you. It was, so they say, an item of great personal significance
Oh, it's a
to
puzzle.
the old rogue. Why and what history
I'm here
is shared
sitting.
with him
See, I'm
is
sitting
a
here waiting
matter
for
of
the
some
door to open.
speculation.
Is it really locked?
He said, no, you have to activate it. You have to open the door, Kevin.
Who thinks you need a passcode to a ball? Oh my god.
Unaware she was being led into a trap built just
Oh
for
god,
her.
it's hot in my room.
I don't imagine Nova took any special
Can't help it,
precautions.
it's just me.
This Flux model helm, for example,
So hard to
was fairly
control.
standard. The appealing venting displayed her antimatter nature, an announcement of power as much as an evocation of beauty. Where were we? Oh, aye, yes. Nova and the rescued crew moved for the escape pods. Once they were clear, she would about face and find some way to free the remaining. Unaware she was being led into a trap built just for her, I don't imagine Nova took any special precautions. This Flux model helm, for example, was fairly standard. The appealing venting displayed her antimatter nature, an announcement of power as much as an evocation of beauty. Where were we?
I did not mean to restart that, but oh well.
Nova and the rescued crew moved to the escape pods. Once they were clear, she would
Let's get
about
done with the
face
story.
and find some way to free the remaining 10,792. Alas,
I'm sitting here
and
watching the
clanged
Bohemian
resounded
Rhapsody
as every
music
life pod
video, but with
ejected into space.
the son, the
Empty.
father, the mother, and the
Yer clarified boomingly that escape
daughter.
was not an option. To punctuate this assertion, bulkheads slammed down in every corridor ship-wide.
What's going on?
The only path Yer left open, worryingly,
Oh, it was
was the one
making
that
fun
led
because it was
directly to
highlighting
the
them as they were
theodolite
talking
antimatter
about the
reactor,
heart and stuff.
the very thing Nova had come to save.
Like it
What
looked like
the
the
old
Bohemian
pirate
Rhapsody
playing
music
at?
at the very beginning.
Yeah, that heart is what gives you your Warframe powers. I would not let it die if I were you.
Got it. Let it die.
I mean, hey, if you never want to use a Warframe again, go ahead.
What's wrong with just being a normal,
Yer
plain, badass
answered
human?
Nova's unspoken question. He had jettisoned the antimatter
We don't know how to.
Without that, it was impossible for the reactor to function, and the theodolite would smash into the planetoid in a matter of minutes.
I'm sorry, I'm just too
Yer
cool for
had been
school.
paid by persons
I died.
unknown to neutralize Nova completely. Yer, a man who prided himself upon an ignorance of the impossible, had agreed and devised this trap. Nova was a being created to contain and harness antimatter. The antimatter drive no longer had a fuel core. His proposition was simple. Nova would enter the reactor chamber, crack her own containment, and kickstart a new reaction using her own body as fuel. She could save 10,800 lives, but only at the cost of her own. She had minutes to decide. With a flick of her wrist, Nova's haiku throwing stars took out every camera in eyeshot, killing Yer's surveillance of them. This done, she turned to the technicians she had just saved. She would need their help. Nova walked to her doom. As she entered the reactor's chamber, Yer smugly assured her she was doing the right thing. Within the reactor's observation room, the technicians nodded assent. This was going to be close. From the bridge, Ur sealed the reactor chamber's blast doors. Seconds later, on Nova's signal, the technicians overrode that command. The doors shot upwards, and Nova wormholed out of the chamber and back into the corridor. Leaving that portal open, she created another, straight up into the vent system.
Oh man,
The
not at the
bridge,
surface yet. Come
Ur
on.
had little time to react, but react he did, ordering all prisoners to be killed. In that moment, a portal flashed into existence, Nova launching herself amidst pirate, captain and crew, and showed them what she was made of. In a blinding flash, Ur and every mercenary on that bridge was deeply infused with Nova's antimatter, starting a chain reaction within them. Ur realized what was happening, but too late. With a few precise shots from her Syra customized sniper rifle, Nova neutralized those mercenaries who were quicker off the mark before grabbing Ur by his brightly irradiated hair. Hurling him back through her network of wormholes, Nova sent wholesome Ur pinging from portal to portal before tumbling out into the reactor chamber. The wormholes collapsed. Ur struggled to his feet as every molecule in his body approached critical. Behind the glass, the technicians gave him a final, grim salute before slamming the blast door closed. Wholesome Ur, pirate and legend, went Nova. The reactor caught the reaction. The technicians harnessed it, and the engines of the Mascus Theodolite roared to life. It was, indeed, the boldest of fools who attempted to leash lightning. And so, a notorious rogue, said to be unkillable, met his end in the attempt, as the historical record now demonstrates.
Maybe he shouldn't have tried to kill her.
Don't want to.
The Leverian exists thanks largely to the donations of patrons such as yourself. Please leave a little something. Well, anything helps.
Don't patronize me. I'm broke. Ash.
Ash, Avatar of Murder. Patron saint of the Orokin School of Political
Avatar of
Assassination, known as the Scoria. Each assassin bore a mark, a swirling, smoky black jewel between their eyes. You are forever the Scoria. The Scoria is forever you. No devotee knew of any life, any thought that was not Scoria doctrine. For every question, so the Orokin of the Scoria said, Ash was the answer. Two notable students of the Scoria's anthracite halls were also two brothers, Dom and Pilio. Dom was nimble, cunning, and a quick study with the blade. His brother, Pilio, however, was not so gifted. While he idolized Ash, worshipped him, Pilio lacked Dom's grace and clarity, and Ash's ruthlessness. However, it was Dom who'd been captured by the very target he was tasked to kill. A sin unforgivable to the Scoria, so it fell to Pilio, the Lesser, to uphold the Scoria by taking Dom's life. By this, the Seven would have assurance that Dom's flaw was not a familial trait. You see, as you might expect of an Orokin school of murder, the Scoria were ruthless when it came to academic excellence. With Dom dead at Pilio's feet, two essential killings would have taken place. That of a failure, and that of any shred of pity within Pilio. Ash would oversee Pilio's mission. Pilio's soul was to die that day, as the life drained from his brother's eyes, or, if he could not do so, beneath the blades of his lifelong idol, Ash.
Ruthless.
Just like
A
me.
sliver of pale sun found them close to a stately tower in the dusty heart of Martialis metropolis. Coils of red Martian dust trailed tongues from the dark metal of Ash's Edo epaulets. The boy idolized the Warframe and was eager to prove himself, even as some part of him felt cold and afraid at what he must do. Doubt is betrayal, taught the Scoria. Pilio recited it, but
hell
could
yes.
not quench the fear he felt. Fear of what he must do, and fear of what his hero and idol would do to him should his faith fail. Ash gave the signal. Pilio shot forward in a bold, unconventional dying vine pattern, readying the Scoria-favored dust fang technique. The tower guards squinted into the amber light of the Martian sunrise as a flash cloud of smoke flooded the lane before them. Shaking sleep from their heads and still thinking of breakfast, the guards readied themselves. From the smoke flew stars. Staring into the lifeless eyes of the guardsman at his feet, bile rose in Pilio's throat. The boy berated himself this weakness, this disgust. Touching the symbol of his order, the smoke gem between his eyes, he muttered a prayer for strength. Stepping over the carpet of bodies, Ash crept into the courtyard, knowing full well the 50-strong house guard would show itself in force. With a sudden clatter, reinforcements lined the courtyard walls, balconies.
I feel amazing.
The Scoria had a saying.
Are you in the
You
necromech?
are immortal.
Oh,
One
yeah.
mistake makes that otherwise.
It's fun, isn't it?
Ash had never made
This
a
is
mistake.
this is very
Here
fun.
were 50. With one swift movement, the Warframe swatted the boy into cover, unslung his Corster bow, and sprang into a flawless grey chrysanthemum combat solution. Shame reddened Pilio's face as the courtyard lit noon bright with the glare of 100 muzzle flashes. His blade dry in his hand.
Oh.
Ash methodically met and disassembled each and every guard, mezzanine to mezzanine. A masterclass in the correct
see those
choices of
infested over there?
stance, kata, technique,
I don't want to
What?
see them
attitude.
anymore.
Bodies rained into the courtyard. Wincing, the boy
I'm just talking about how I'm
looked
killing infested.
away. Within minutes, 50 corpses lay at their feet. When Pilio felt Ash's shadow fall across him, he forced himself to look, trembling. Ash's inscrutable gaze pinned him. Chest tight, breath terrified and quick, Pilio forced himself to stand
Gizza!
and face his assessor. He could not look at the bodies. Truthfully, he expected to die where he stood, If the
Hello, would you
Warframe
like me to
approved
rearrange your
or
face for you today?
disapproved, he gave no
Yeah, I
sign.
could do that for free for the rest of your
Rather,
life.
Ash opened an arm, showing the
that makes
way
sense.
toward Pilio's final trial. In the target's chambers sat a middle-aged man with long, handsome moustaches, his eyes sad and kind, and with him, Dom, in civilian
Going
clothes,
to kill the heart.
sharing a glass
Ba,
of
ba,
aged
da.
claret. Pain cracked through Pilio's brain, the smoke gem between his eyes flashing hot. Sudden images of sunlight, vineyards, a woman's face. The gem burned as it pushed these images away. A young man with grand moustaches smiling and saying, "Of all the sons I could have had, I'm glad it was you two." Pain. Dom leapt to his feet, urging his brother to hear what the target had to say. But Pilio saw only the scabbed-over divot between Dom's eyes, where a black jewel had once rested. Dom had turned his back on their order. Why? Why had he done this? The mustachioed man leapt to Dom's defense, snatching his sidearm from beneath his ironwood desk. A foolish mistake. Ash split into impossible multiples. The
Oh,
man
the destroyment
opened fire
aren't those
on the three
buggers.
before being seized from behind by the fourth.
I wanted
Ash's
that.
illusory clones vanished. The weapon clattered to the polished wooden floor, even as his feet left it, dangling 3 feet above, helpless. Those sad, kind eyes locked on Pilio's in a regretful farewell. "Ask the Warframe," Dom said. "He knows exactly why." Fear filled Pilio's heart. Pilio turned to his idol, that saint of murder. The same question, but this time for Ash. Why? That moment of breathtaking impudence stretched for an eternity. Ash released his grip. His prisoner flopped to the floor, gasping. With one great hand, Ash reached toward Pilio's face and sank a vicious talon beneath that midnight jewel. Pilio screamed. Blood flowed. The gem
Stop
flew
living
free
through
with
my
a
decks.
nauseating pop, cracking against the wall to die in a plume of rancid smoke. Blinding white insight descended upon Pilio de Nas. Pilio was Pilio de Nas. Everything the black gem had walled off within his mind was now laid bare. The Scoria had stolen the sons of Leo de Nas. Leo de Nas, kind-eyed Leo de Nas, was stealing them back. Of all the sons I could have had, I'm glad it was you two. Father and son beheld each other truly for the first time in almost 20 years. Pilio had long aspired to wearing the Edo armor, the highest honor, to signify his faith. But now he saw only the bare ribs of Ash's Cremata Syandana, signifier of death, and knew with certainty that was the sole credo of the faith he had followed. The boy, who until that moment had thought himself a lifelong killer, was now in the nocturnal life he thought he knew, and the sunlit life he'd been stolen from, torn between doctrine and family, and, blade in hand, torn between
Jesus
saving
Christ, why
himself
is there so
by
many
killing
things and
his
you take away my
brother,
gun?
or dying
Why
alongside
do you gotta do that to
him
me, huh?
at the hand of his idol. Ash waited, patient as the death he signified, in a room, in a moment that felt suspended in eternity, waiting for Pilio's decision. The blade from Pilio's hand, Dom reached out and gently took that hand. Ash did not move. Leo Danas swept his boys up and out of that room, and as a family, they fled the tower, the city, and Mars forever. Ash did not move. So, what are we to make of this? Why did Ash, focal figure, go against doctrine and permit two boys who were both failures and traitors to fly free? What was it this killer saw in two near orphans that, shall we say, softened his heart? We do not know Leo, who's met, but we do know this. In the final days of Orokin rule, as towers fell and death came for the white and gold gods, the Scoria were not spared. No, rather their senior ranks, the mentors and chief assassins, were exterminated to a figure in a pogrom of ruthless and breathtaking efficiency. A near total destruction, led, in the main, by Ash. Curious.
I'm a fan. Don't make noise loud enough for the stream and shit. It probably would. I'll be right back.
You are back.
Oh wait, hold on. I can't because this thing is triggering me. Alright, now I'll be right back.
Guess we have time for the last Laverian.
Enjoy, and please
Can you hear
leave something
that?
in the little box over there.
You back?
Yeah.
Jesus, that was quick.
What can you hear then?
Where you at in the quest?
I'm returning to the vault. Still.
Ah.
I got really hot in my room. So
Welcome.
I'm back. Hang on.
Ooh. Walls are red. It's pretty.
Nezha, the mercurial firemonger, the clarion of hope. However foul the decadent excesses of the Orokin Empire, the aftermath of its collapse was arguably worse. But
Of course.
the darkest time
Because why would it be that easy?
can give rise to the brightest legends. We've seen that happen often, haven't we? Tales of a being called Nezha predate the Orokin fall. They speak of a swift warrior who leaves trails of fire, summoning barbed spears from the very earth. But it is during a time of unsurpassed brutality, at a moment of wanton slaughter, that this most blazingly improbable of Warframes first proves to be more than a myth. This blade, a tongue of exquisite flame in cold metal. It was unearthed by a poor farmer of Reshantur as he followed his hulking plough beasts across fields he would never own. Another might have bravely kept the dagger, but records suggest he handed it into his overseer on the spot. A half cup of rice, his princely reward. With no dax to keep the peace, and no parvus granum to hold the corpus board together, bloody land grabs were routine. The fertile fields of Reshantur changed hands many times. With each hostile takeover, slain workers became fertilizer for the next yield of crops, tended by the survivors.
It's really annoying now.
And so it went. This created
only
what you
melee
might
everything.
call a staffing problem.
Don't use your
If
first
all the
ability.
surviving adults
It
are
gets
working
rid of
the
your cannon.
fields,
I had that
who is
glitch as well.
left to defend them?
Oh, thanks for the heads up.
Well, I didn't know if you would have the glitch or not, so I didn't mention it.
You know, it might have been nice to know.
Well, it would have been nice to know that you had the glitch so I could tell you.
Well, maybe you should have warned me before you had to tell me. I feel like that would have been more beneficial.
This dismal little relic was once part of a Sayandana, shall we say. Though not of Orokin make, clearly. No, its young owner wove this from a fertilizer sack. There were many such capes found at the site. Enough for an army. Mowers were expensive, you see. Children, they were cheap and plentiful. It made good business sense to arm them. Not the very youngest, of course, just the near adults. The still unbroken, those who understood the stakes. The young defenders of Reshantur took their duty seriously. They formed into a little clan, trained every day in the ruins of an old temple, and even made themselves a uniform of sorts, part of which you see before you now. But this humble cape was modelled on something
Let's have a
even
refusal
older.
to die.
The Sayandana of Nejar himself, displayed here before you.
Just die already. Come on. If I could do that process for all of them, that would be so. That's going to be so annoying.
This chakram was found in the ruins of the Reshantur temple, along with fragments of stories scrawled on slates in an immature hand, and oaths of dedication to a figure of legend. It seems the child soldiers of Reshantur took courage from the tales of Nejar, adopting him as patron and protector. Their scratchings evince a firm belief that Nejar would bless them with
Oh, I
victory
have to go through the process
should
for
they
all three
fight
of them.
without fear, and abandon them should they ever fear. So, they swore they would defend the fields to the last drop of their blood. Clever manipulation. I wonder who put that idea into their heads. At any rate, they accepted it on faith. At least, until the massacre of Reshantur. This spear, modelled on Nejar's own, was found buried in scorched soil. Note the size. Records of the attack are nigh impossible to find. Not surprising. The massacre was almost certainly covered up to protect what the corpus regarded as sensitive business practices. Imagine the children, Tenno, wearing their pathetic Sayandanas, bearing flimsy weapons, but with heads high, as warriors. Think of them rushing at their far superior foes without fear, and imagine what those foes did. To this day, the fields of Reshantur cannot be ploughed. The blades of ploughs are dented and destroyed by an earth that, still, remains thickly seeded with shot and shells and the cold brass teeth of war. But that is not why the event is called the Massacre of Reshantur. The children charged. The corpus took easy aim. Not one child's heart fluttered. And then, flame. The corpus surveyor, Yena Zasperin, says she found a solitary child wearing this helmet in the midst of a charnel field of remains. But they were the remains of corpus troops. Some dismembered, some
Oh, come
impaled,
back.
all burned. Nejar did it, the boy said calmly. He flew down from the sky and tore the enemy
Okay, we're
asunder
here.
with wheels of flame. When a child
Made it to the
fell,
heart?
he would raise
I've been at
them
the heart.
up again.
Oh.
Nejar
I just had to
moved quick
melee
as a
every single
scimitar,
thing that popped out of
and
the
the earth
spores
burned where his feet
for
touched.
majority of this, and
If
then
you
Now
if
the
you went
others
down,
had
then you
gone
would have gotten
with
your gun
Nejar,
back.
part of his celestial
No, I didn't.
army. The boy had stayed
I had
behind.
to use a
tell the
different
story.
ability, and then it gave me my
To
gun back.
Zasperin,
Huh.
the boy was merely
That's weird.
traumatized. The massacre, probably a mutiny within the corpus ranks. But
I
Reshanter
think
has
they
been
need to fix
excavated,
that.
and every single one of the thousands of blackened bones that were gene tagged had belonged to an adult.
Repair the heart. But I don't wanna.
And at last we meet Nejar face to face in all his unquestionable reality. Did this Warframe model itself on the myths to take on the mantle of a mythic hero, or were the myths left in the Warframe's wake, a blazing trail to light the way? History will always be some manner of educated guesswork, and occasionally one of faith. Perhaps in some deeper stratum, we will find the lost children of Reshanter, sad little clusters of bones, not saved at all. But I have faith we will not. I leave you with this. Why do you suppose it was the child soldiers that Nejar chose to protect? Any war has its innocent casualties, but these seem to have called to him. What could a Warframe, a lethal specialist warrior, possibly have in common with a child? That riddle, I
This process
fear,
is very difficult to
must
figure
remain
out.
a riddle.
Yeah. Next time you get on before me, I would suggest instead of doing your kick flips.
Well, I didn't know what else I should have been doing.
I would go through the Levarians and
Always
tune
a
in
pleasure.
into the Nightwave, because you
That's
get
all
some
we
lore.
have time for.
And it's actually fairly interesting lore. Some of it I didn't even know.
Did you hear that?
Yes, I did.
I'll be right back.
That was the last Levarian. Training. Missions. Cephalon capture. Look at art. Grenade. Ooh, that's a neat looking ship.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Oh,
We're smoking a cigarette.
that guy's kind of dead. Most of this maniacal laughter I'm hearing. That makes you think he's not actually dead now. You know, you could have just not laughed. What the hell?
I haven't completed that. These are what the Cephalon fragments are for.
Oh, okay. This healing process is really annoying.
Yeah, that healing process is the same thing you do to mine. And you have to do it like 1,000 times. For
That's so
Warframes.
stupid. That's so stupid.
Ah.
Alright, now shoot the heart.
So, do not want Warframe?
I shot the heart, nothing happened.
Ooh, an infested Corpus ship. That's cool looking. What are you?
Your mom.
Golem infested boss. Oh, is this the first iteration of the Jordas Golem? That is cool. Ah, an ancient. These things, I hate these things.
Oh, hey, there's a boss fight happening right now.
Infested nanos. Huh. Locales. That's a cool scene.
Oh my good god. That was a horrible reference.
You died?
Yeah.
Snake! Snake!
How the hell I killed this dude?
Hit him in the face.
I'm shooting in the face.
I need to have a mastery requirement to view this. Okay. Interesting. Really, I need mastery requirement to view fan art?
To view fan art?
Tenno. weaponry, companion ships, wildlife. Ooh. I can view a contest winners thing. I know what that is. You won't, and most of my audience probably won't either.
Why will I know that? Will I find out?
Yes, you will find out. He's a badass, that's what that is. Another contest winner. Pretty cool. Goes over the factions.
Eat
We
it!
see the sentience in this, I wonder.
Oh.
No, but we see the Jordas golem. I think that's the Jordas golem. And we see him. And another contest winner. Vora wakes us up in the derelict. Okay. Cool. Cool. Moas.
Oh, there's a grandmother too.
Yep.
I've got to be close to the end of this quest.
You are. If you repaired the heart, you are. Objects. I have to do scanning for all of that. Types of missions.
There we go.
You
I
did
got a
it?
new blueprint. Yep. Hey, hold up. Something strange is happening.
Goodness. Yep. Alright. So you completed the Heart of Damos. What did you think?
That's good. Like the mech.
Well, in the future we're gonna have to grind for it, so hooray.
Yay.
That's gonna
I
be
love
a pain in the
grinding.
ass.
I have to the series junction now.
Yep. You know. Mark that off of your list. Series junction. Let me see what you need for that. Series. Any spoilers in the list? Nope. Okay. So yeah, I'm guessing you need the Sergeant from Iliad on Phobos.
I
And-
think that was one of the ones I needed, yeah. I have to,
And you
I
need
have
to find a Void Relic.
Yeah, I think that was also one of the ones I have to thing. Let's see. Mars. Go to Mars. Please.
We'll look that up, back.
Series, alright. I need... Yeah, those two things. I don't know why he's gone. I need to get some food too.
Alright, I'm back.
Ah,
I'm guessing you went AFK as well?
oh, wait, my headphones unplugged. Give me a second. What was that?
I'm guessing you went AFK as well?
Yeah, I decided to grab a snack.
Alright. So, how you find a relic is you, to the left of your arsenal, if you're looking towards the stairs up,
Alright. Yeah, this thing, yeah.
Yeah. You are able to look at your void relics. If you select
I got
one of
multiple.
them,
Yeah,
and then click one of these down below, you can select what grade you want to refine it. Okay, so you select a relic and you see what it's able to drop.
well, yeah,
correct?
I have them. Well, what should I do? Which one?
Any of them, as long as it's refined or count.
Let's do the minimal one. No. Alright, I refined it.
Alright. So that's done. I don't think I need to get you every node on Iliad to... on Phobos to get you to Iliad. However, I will, because we will need to get you to the Void. So... Phobos, let's see what can... Plastics, Morphix, Rubido, and Ally Blade. You can get some Rubido here.
Alright. Need quite a bit of that.
Rosh. Let's exterminate. You did do the Phobos junction, right?
I'm pretty sure I have, yeah.
Yeah, looks like you have. At least according to my list.
Was that Frost?
Maybe? I don't remember. I don't think we've encountered Frost yet.
Yeah, we did the Frost on one of them.
Pretty sure Frost is Uranus junction.
Eliminate all Corpus threats.
Well, then who else has ice powders?
Ice. After this mission, I can look up what every junction has. Oh god.
Gazoon
My face
High.
exploded.
Sounded like that. Oh, there's some Rubido.
Corpus walkers are heading to your location. Stay focused. There's a heavy unit
At
approaching.
least I can use my ability to go through the lasers. without getting knocked down.
Dude. Trying to level up my pistol. Oh my god. This thing does no damage.
Yeah.
Well, it does more damage than Kunai, but...
Well, so I will say this. These early quests are... I mean... they're pretty typical of a free-to-play and an MMO. However, the later quests are amazing, such as the Daimos quest.
And then just do the
pretty
Daimos
cool.
quest. Oh, okay. I'm like, that didn't seem like a later quest, and I think I just did it.
I mean, compared to a standard MMO that is free, that was a pretty cool quest.
Yeah.
And it looks amazing. Especially compared to some of the other quests we've been doing.
Yeah, well, when you're not playing as a sideshow.
The low thief shall
This is-
never know the cool
Well, yeah.
caress of your crowns.
But, they've been, because it's one of the newer quests, they have been getting a lot better with, how they, function. Give me a Granum Crown.
Oh, super is.
There's a Granum Crown in there if you want to pick it up.
A bit of a.
A Granum Crown.
I'll do it.
Did you already pick it up?
Uh-huh.
Might have already picked it up.
I don't see nothing on the ground there, so I don't
So, instinct.
Wait, what'd you do?
I killed everything in that room with an ability.
Oh. I was already out of that room.
No, the one that you just entered that was shooting things with a pistol.
I haven't noticed anything that I've been shooting at that yet, so. Except by my own means, I've killed a couple things.
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
Rivido?
Pervo Scram. What? Do better than enough on you. Oh yeah, you might be able to get some oxygen from here as well. I just picked up some from there. I'm not sure if you'll get some.
I don't know where there is. I picked something up, but it didn't say what it was, so.
But yeah, the flying drones, sometimes they drop
Well
oxium.
done. Now get to extraction.
Rubido?
Because of what we call my cat, like, every time I hear that resource, I can't help but think of her.
What? Just because her name is Ruby?
We call her Ruby.
Think of her?
Her name is Ruby, but we call her Ruby Doo.
What is this?
Oh, that we don't want to do that. Not at the moment. You want to wait
Okay.
and lore-wise, you want to at least wait until after you do the deadlock protocol. But actual level-wise, you might want to wait until you get a
Stay focused.
you
There's
get
a heavy
Gara.
unit ahead.
I think you're just out.
No, I think I've done that before, and I think I will struggle even with Lavos. Who is strong against literally everything, element-wise.
Wow.
That was an excellent. You went kill him with your pistol.
Yeah, but I still need to kill them with my I still need to kill them for the thing. The challenges. The weekly challenge. Rubidoux.
There's a bunch of Rubidoux in here.
Whack. I truly don't know how I'm so low on this.
I don't know either.
That's 500 Rubidoux.
I got 543.
I have 512.
Close to the same.
Mm-hmm.
This time.
Oh, what's the Moxium?
Yeah.
How much of that does I need?
You needed 110 Oxium.
Oh.
And we got 9.
Hey,
I
Tim,
had 8.
you ready for today's deal? Oh, I mean deal.
I got a rock.
Mobile defense. Ready?
Okay.
This is a mobile defense mission. You must deliver payloads and defend a number of locations while I break into the network. Be prepared for heavy
I need to change magazine size on this.
You need to
access
change
a
what?
terminal.
I need
Find
to
one,
put
patch me.
new magazine size on this.
Ah,
Thing.
Keep moving. None of the scanners have detected you.
We're not gonna worry about that.
what are you not worrying about?
Here is a terminal. Get me in
That's
and get ready to
on a
defend.
need-to-know basis.
If we come here, you can probably
Stay
get a bunch of
focused.
kills.
There's a heavy unit approaching.
I've been getting Rubido.
You still need more?
I got 500.
How much did you need? Oh yeah, you need 600.
Come here.
I'm in, Tenno. This will take a moment.
Let me know if you need assistance. Try to leave you so you can get kills.
Now my dog's stealing my kills.
Still working on it. Continue to defend.
Which I can't be mad at him. I mean, look at him. He's so cute. In his own weird way.
I think the only time I've gotten, like, mad at my dog was when he constantly ran into fire. Seemingly on purpose.
Maybe we should treat them better.
Area completed. Move on.
Most cunning founder! With my life I protect your sacred crowns!
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
Oh, I need to hide. Whoa!
Yeah, watch out for mowers, they tend to stomp.
Location reached. Drop me in and defend our position. I'm in, Tenno. This will take a moment. Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching. Still working on it. Continue to defend. Terminal hacked. Keep moving.
Yeah.
Hoo-ha!
Wahaha.
Corpus walkers are heading to your location. Terminal spotted. Upload me and prepare to defend.
Clean clone. Clean clone.
I'm in, Tenno. This will take a moment. Still working on it. Continue to defend.
Yeah. You're not robots. You're just humans with masks on.
What?
That was the make fun of these guys.
The odds were against us, Tenno, but we did it. Mission complete.
Picked up some Roxium.
Bunny. Where at?
At my waypoint.
Alright.
Oh, also, mowers are weak in the back, so shoot them in the butt.
I was gonna shoot them right in the throat, I guess.
Mowers don't really have a throat. They have tiny little faces, but they're hard to hit.
Hey! It's killing that guy.
He died before I even swung.
He died after you swung. I don't know what you're talking about.
On my screen, he died before I swamped.
Ah,
It's getting rid of that Osprey Eximus.
yeah, but I mean, kill the head.
Wait, you still don't have that one finished?
Nah, I'm like too short.
I thought he would have with Deimos. Infested have the most Eximus out of all.
I mean, it gave me a lot. It didn't give me enough.
Okay.
Some Rubido. Probably have enough now.
Probably.
But, you know, I should probably still keep grabbing it because somehow I really seem to miss it. Unless I'm extremely looking for it. Or hardcore looking for it, anyways. Words.
Farming for it?
Yeah.
Love folks who love what they do.
Love more action. Ah, I picked up more Rubido than you. Loser.
At least you aren't picking up a quarter of what I pick up. Which I still don't know how is possible.
I don't know. Apparently it is.
Apparently. Ah, you ready to blow up some ships?
Not yet.
Not yet?
I gotta upgrade my Kraken.
We won't be using your Kraken.
Yeah, but I still gotta upgrade it.
Yeah.
Operator, were you visualizing a bloody battle?
Me too.
Alright. Now I'm ready.
me a sec. Okay.
If I may say, operator, your chosen Warframe suits you. Ha ha.
Let's blow up some cargo ships. Gotta be quick.
Have much time. Race to the loading docks and destroy enemy transports before they can escape.
I can go up there. What?
Help if I didn't slam into walls. I went the wrong way. Fuck.
I can't believe you just go the wrong way like that, man.
You're too close. Forget everything but the high credit product and go.
Two minutes.
You're halfway there.
I would ignore the enemies if I were you.
Is almost ready to escape. You've almost made it.
Bum rush to the target.
Dreadwort, all power to shield room.
Alright.
Now.
Ignore the target. And I've completely lost the... Oh yeah, destroyers. Oh, okay.
Finish it off.
I love how our Archwing just flies off into the distance, never to be seen again.
Until next time.
And then is somehow back on the ship next time, yeah.
Maybe just get some teleportation. I don't know.
I mean, considering we have Void Power. If I can speak.
Sorry, what was that?
Considering we have Void Powers, I wouldn't be surprised.
Okay. Void got it.
Void.
Make sure to remember that next time.
So there. This is how we argue. You know, one of these days we're just gonna have our own language of stupidity.
I already have my own language of stupidity. Me existing from Warframe.
Operator?
So is a flawed
Enjoying the view?
is a flawed mod better than a normal mod?
No, it's the opposite.
Got it.
Flawed means that it is broken, and it is less effective than its standard version. But it also means that it is cheaper. So in some cases, you want to equip a flawed mod, so you still have the effects of the mod, even if you don't have the points to equip the non-flawed version. Will be weaker, but you would still have bonuses, you know?
I see.
And then there are primed mods, which are basically super versions of the mod. Don't know if you can get those normally, or if you can only get them via buying them from Borrow.
The assassination target is nearby. Seek and destroy.
Let's kill the sergeant. And unalive him. We're on Twitch. Let's unalive the sergeant.
I was just gonna beat him till he can't breathe no more.
Keep going. Nobody knows you're
Let's
here.
give him a big, giant hug with our hammers, Kevin.
I was gonna give him a high five with mine. In the face. So now that's one I'm amazed I don't have yet. Kill 150 enemies with primary weapons.
I mean, that's a new one that arrived today. Where did you go, you son of a plucking son of a bitch? Where did you go? Where did you go? Where did you go? Over there.
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
I think not. Die. Okay. We can go now.
Nice work taking down the VIP. Now get to extraction.
Thibers died. Oh no!
Oh, he did? I didn't even get a notification for that. What?
Most wise founder, protect your avaricious servant. Always move forward. Forward.
He might not drop the crowns for you until you complete the deadlocks. I just thought about that. He might spawn, but he might not actually drop the coin until you complete the quest.
I think he's only spawning because you're here.
No, he spawned for me before I did the quest.
Oh, he hadn't spawned for me until after you showed up.
But he also hasn't been doing higher level missions. You've only been...
What'd you just call me?
Tony Hawk.
Oh, it's pretty good something. Although nobody's going to recognize me.
What is he doing?
Assassination contract complete. Great work.
No, it's just that Tony Hawk, whenever he meets somebody, or somebody sees him, they don't recognize that as Tony Hawk.
I don't even know what Tony Hawk looks like. I just know what he... I just
Exactly.
know his reputation.
That's the point.
I mean, you would think we would know what he looks like, considering there are so many games of him.
I haven't played him.
And so many videos and etc., but...
I know what he looks like. If I came across Tony Hawk, I would be able to recognize that it was Tony Hawk.
When I think Tony Hawk, I only think of a blonde dude with a skateboard, honestly.
It's more like white hair now. Pretty old.
Before you do that, we're gonna continue going down this path and get you to the void, because we're gonna need to do that anyway, so might as well do it now, you know?
You monster. What should I make?
I should probably think about dinner too.
I just don't know if I'm cooking for just myself or cooking for Ryan too.
Our intel suggests that our person of interest is in the
Oh,
vicinity.
stealth
Search for the
mission.
hostage and
Who does those anymore?
Who says we're going in stealthy?
I already figured you that. I try and get the primary kills here.
There's no telling what the captors are doing to our rescue target. You need to find the holding cell immediately. You are approaching the holding area. Careful. If the wardens detect
You need help to
they will
open that
surely
door.
initiate the execution
Just
sequence.
run through everything?
Yes. Like I said, who said we're going in stealthy?
I get that when I get it. That card had a really slow reaction time.
The AI is always comedic at times. There's always that one dude who's like, huh? What's going on? Meanwhile, everyone is dying around
why are
him.
Why are you guys falling over?
Why are you guys falling over? What are you shooting at? I don't understand. What's going
Why
on?
are you guys wasting your ammo like that? Jeez. Oh, there's something over here.
Stay focused.
I need help
There's
opening a door.
unit approaching. Looks like heavy activity ahead. Bypass complete.
That's a window. I
You
can't
may
go through there.
proceed.
I thought it was an open bridge.
Most cunning founder!
You thought
With
wrong.
my life, I protect your sacred crowns!
Let's see. Nope.
The hostage
Damn
is
it.
almost
Okay.
out of time. Hurry.
You set that off really fast.
They usually do. Get in, we need to...
Alright, I went through the lasers.
No. No, I have an easy way through the lasers, Kevin. Push and dash!
This is the jail. Our hostage is in one of these cells.
Oh, hi.
They just started, not a minute too soon. You've located the hostage. Escort the prisoner to the extraction point, and I'll
let's
take
get
care
out of
the
here.
rest. Got a weapon for me?
And of course, you killed it before I could. Well, come on!
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
Oh, hello.
This looks bad. Help!
You're not the hostage.
Bleeding out.
Where's the hostage?
I don't know, he's bleeding out. He's right here. No, he's not. He's down there somewhere.
Damn it.
How
Why were
the...
they following me? You're the one who rescued
You
them.
let the hostage die. This mission is over.
Damn it.
Orpheus, I return to the grasp of your golden hand!
Did you heal me?
I guess what were you doing that one?
says you freed the hostage. Somehow.
Let's run this back. Let's just charge in, rescue him, get out. I promise you, you'll have opportunity to get your kills.
Suggests that our person of interest is in the vicinity. Search for the hostage and bring them home. Find the captive as soon as you can. We don't have much time. You are approaching the holding area. Careful. If the wardens detect you, they will surely initiate the execution sequence.
Jeez, it's so slow.
This is walking.
Why?
Getting kills.
There's an extermination ahead.
No, that's not answer. Why are you inviting my dog? Why am I be talking to your dog?
I don't know. It's just gonna happen that way.
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
You're still slow.
The bypass is done. Go. The captive will be in one of these cells. Search them.
Thank the stars, not a minute too soon.
Subject found. You need to bring the captive to safety. Protect them at all costs.
Most cunning founder, with my life I protect your
You almost
sacred
stole that away
crown.
from me again. I needed that. Whew.
Okay, then you should stylish. Remind me before you hop off to show you how to access the Liberian and Nightwave.
Hey, show me how to access the Liberian and the Nightwave.
You're not hopping off right now, are you?
It's gonna be right after this mission.
You are here
Oh, really?
to find our target and
It's,
bring
oh,
him
it's
to the
7:40.
Happy hunting. You found a target. Capture them quickly before they escape. The capture target has vital information that we will need to extract. We need our subject brought back alive. Excellent work. Now interrogate the captive back at this. Your part is done here, Tenno. Looks like heavy activity ahead. Change of plans. Ignore your original objective. Leave nothing alive.
That was painful.
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
I need to kill 3 more Eximus.
Wise Parvus, the low thief shall never know the cool caress of your crowns. Both wise.
All targets. Well. One after 20 or 54 eliminated.
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
That's super annoying.
The enemy is broken. Well done. Now get to extraction. Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
Shot bait. Hoo-ha-ha. Wow, we made a lot of progress today, actually.
Yeah, we made some pretty good progress. You're almost caught up, my friend. Almost. I think tomorrow we'll be able to catch you up, aside from the deadlock protocol.
Yeah, I'm just gonna get to the junction.
Okay. So, to access the Nightwave
That's all we have
storyline,
time for.
you go to Nightwave, then you hit X to tune
What's
in.
on your mind, dreamers?
I already knew that.
And then to access the Laverians, you go to your codex, and it's the one in the middle.
Cool.
So yeah, listen to those if you hop on early while I'm making coffee or whatnot tomorrow.
Alright. Sounds good. I shall talk to you later.
Peace.
Peace.
I'll close up the stream. Thank you guys so much for watching. It's been a wonderful stream.
Operator, did you hear that? It said... Cosmic background radiation is a riot!
Thank you, Ordis, for interrupting my outro. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like, subscribe, share with your friends. If you're watching this on YouTube, hit that notification icon so you get notified whenever we upload a new video. I will see you all. Probably not tomorrow, but definitely Monday, I believe. Hold on. No. Yeah, Saturday. Sunday. Someday, not tomorrow. But I will see you... Oh, finally, my calendar opens up. Sunday. On the 10th. So, like, subscribe, share with your friends. Peace.